Okay, now we're on step 1 for switch number 3 for our DIY 3220 point breadboard project. The first thing that we'll need to do is to get some wire. In this case, we're going to be using red wire, and cut a length to about 6 inches. I've already got a piece cut here, and I've already stripped the end of this wire at about a 1/4 inch back, so it's ready to go. The next thing that we'll need is a spade connector, a female spade connector, and mine looks like this. Some of them do come with its own heat shrink tubing, but this one comes with its own kind of plastic jacket here, and it just so happens to be red to match the red wire. So what we'll do is we'll take our connector and then we'll stick our stripped end of wire and place it down into the hole. Make sure it's all the way in, and I can just see the end of the wire poking out right here. And what I'll do is I'll take our crimping tool and try not to mess this up. Uh-oh. I'm just barely holding this with the crimping tool. Well, if I can get it on there. It may take you a couple of tries to do this. Let me reopen this up again. So I'm going to go this way with it so we can see. I'm trying to be as neat as I can with it. That's why I'm having such a hassle. And then I'm going to clamp down on it when I'm ready to go. And then I'll release. Do a couple of tugs to make sure it's good and tight on there. And that end of our wire is ready to go. So next, we'll be stripping the other end of the wire with our wire stripper at about 1/8 of an inch or so. We'll do a couple of twists. I'm going to set that down because I need to get a ring terminal now. And I'm going to use a ring terminal similar to the one that I used for one of the steps for switch number 1 that we did to prepare switch 1 for this project. Again, currently we're working on switch number 3. And just like we did with the female spade connector, we'll just slip the wire through the hole. You can just see it sticking out right there. And we'll take our crimping tool and crimp down on it. Release. Do a couple of tugs to make sure it's on there. And this wire is ready to go. I can get my switch now. Remember, we're using a rocker switch as switch number 3. Here's my rocker switch with its 2 terminals. It's just an on-off switch. And we can go ahead and take this female spade connector, and I'm going to connect it to the on side of the switch, and that's represented by this little line here. And what will happen is we'll end up attaching this ring terminal here to a binding post later on for our output supply for our 9-volt battery supply.